Hey, me chaps, Martin here from Radio Free Swindon. Not a good time for our town. Our local car plant has just announced it's going to close, Honda. A lot of people work there. A lot of lives will be affected. But to try to cheer people up, I thought I'd not like my roll-up and do a totally unprofessional broadcast. Now, the thing about broadcasting is it's difficult, as I'm proving. It's difficult to get things right, and mistakes happen. But I'm only some bloke from Swindon in the street, and I've got a right to say something. And it seems to me that our country is going to shit. And we've lost our sense of humour. So here is a few news stories that I picked up on that I think are worth the people in the world knowing about from the world of Swindon.
Russian flag flown on Salisbury Cathedral disrespectful. A Russian flag has appeared briefly on scaffolding outside Salisbury Cathedral. It was spotted by workers early on Sunday but has since been removed. John Glenn, the city's MP, called it a stupid stunt in light of last year's Novikov attack. The poisoning targets were former Russian double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia, who collapsed in the city. A woman in nearby Amesbury who was also exposed to it later died. Lee Martin said he noticed the flag, measuring about 10 meters long and 7 meters deep, early on Sunday while he was working in the area. It's disrespectful and it's antagonizing the community after the Novikov attack last year, and with the anniversary that's coming up on 4th March, he continued. Calling it pathetic, he added. It's not right that somebody should come and do that. In a tweet, MP John Glenn said he was thankful the flag had been taken down swiftly. What a stupid stunt. Mocking the serious events sadly experienced in Salisbury last year, he said. Wiltshire Police said in relation to the flag it was too early to say whether an offence had been committed, but officers were examining CCTV footage from the area. In June 2018, Dawn Sturgis and Charlie Rowley fell when they were exposed to the nerve agent by handling a contaminated container in the city's gardens. M. Sturgis died in hospital on 8 July. In an interview with the Guardian newspaper on Saturday, her parents said that M. Sturgis was the only real victim of the poisonings. The UK government said two officers working for Russia's military intelligence service, identified as Anatoly Chepiga and Alexander Mishkin, carried out the attack against Mr. Skripal and his daughter. A third man, Sergei Fedotov, may also have been involved in the poisonings, it is claimed. Moscow has consistently denied any involvement in the Salisbury attacks, which Prime Minister Theresa May said were almost certainly sanctioned by Russia.
So there you are. Wiltshire still has a sense of humour. And the fact that someone has done this fills me with great hope for the future. Because it's obviously, and everyone in England knows, this story is bollocks. It's nothing to do with fucking Russia. It's our fucking government. And the fact that the people of Wiltshire know that it's a fucking lie fills me with hope. I think that's quite good. So there you go. Next story from latest news from Wiltshire. Hopefully President Putin will have seen that, and he'll spare us the bomb in Wiltshire and say, well, they're mad enough to let them get on with it. So here you go. This is a latest broadcast from our new independent politicians complaining about racism in the Labour Party. Basically could be described as a accident of history. Because no one labours in England anymore. This is this woman who's just announced that she's leaving the Labour Party because of racism against Jews, or people of the Jewish faith, sorry, which I don't know anything about. I never heard anyone be racist about Jews in England, in Wiltshire, at all. And then this woman, who's one of our elite, one of our best politicians, one of our elected representatives, this is what she had to say.
This is a really incredibly important debate, and we need to work through it rather than running away from it. I understand that. And I would add to the argument made to say that a white working class woman finds life hard enough. A BME working class woman, and this is the gender aspect, will find it even harder. But it's not just about colour. I mean, you know, the recent history of the party I've just left suggests that it's not just about being black or a funny, you know, different from the BME community, but the Jewish community equally, the Jewish community equally suffers the same kind of cultural alienation.
I'm not saying it's the only form of oppression. It's a very profound form that we have to grapple with.
But this identity politics.
Yeah, look at that woman's face, the Asian lady, and she couldn't believe what she was fucking hearing. I mean, this is a complete joke. Jesus fucking H-jive dancing Christ. What the fuck is going on? Let's listen to that again then, and then think about the hypocrisy of it all.
This is a really incredibly important debate, and we need to work through it rather than running away from it. I understand that. And I would add to the argument made to say that a white working class woman finds life hard enough. A BME working class woman, and this is the gender aspect, will find it even harder. But it's not just about colour. I mean, you know, the recent history of the party I've just left suggests that it's not just about being black or a funny, you know, different from the BME community, but the Jewish community equally, the Jewish community.
Give people enough rope and they will fucking hang themselves. What the fuck is going on in this world? Radio Free Swindon. Just don't take everything so seriously, because when you think about it, it's all a load of shit. Radio Free Swindon, signing off. Think for your fucking self. Don't let these fucking wankers fucking think for you.
This is a really incredibly important debate, and we need to work through it rather than running away from it. I understand that. And I would add to the argument made to say that a white working class woman finds life hard enough. A BME working class woman, and this is the gender aspect, will find it even harder. But it's not just about colour. I mean, you know, the recent history of the party I've just left suggests that it's not just about being black or a funny, you know, different from the BME community, but the Jewish community equally, the Jewish community equally suffers the same kind of cultural alienation.
I'm not saying it's the only form of oppression. It's a very profound form.